Hello, welcome to Our First Steps, a holistic approach to baby and me. I am Michelle Mansfield. Welcome back. Great to see you. We'll be talking about real foods and continuing with a subject about real dairy. Real dairy, I believe, if you wanted it a part of your life, is important in every stage of baby regarding fertility, prenatal and postpartum health, and then going into the toddler world of toddlerhood when your child, if you choose to have your child have anything other than formula or mama's milk. Um, like I was saying a little bit earlier, do you need dairy in your life? Not necessarily. I do believe it has fertility boosting nutrients, as well as many amazing vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and fats that can, help you throughout your pregnancy, help your baby, help you after your pregnancy, and then introducing it into your toddler's life when they're ready for that. You may be wondering what real dairy is. When you look on the shelves, there are thousands of choices of dairy, of milk, let's say milk specifically, that you can choose from. You've got skim, 1%, 2%, organic, grass fed, pasteurized, raw, if you have access to that. The world of dairy has gotten a really bad rap lately. I hear it from all of my mamas out there that have a kind of a fear of dairy or almost an anger to dairy. They sit there and say that, we're the only species that doesn't drink, that drinks another species' milk. I will say that we are also a species that does a lot of things, that other, species don't do. If you choose to have milk in your life, I do. I balance my world with many foods, and dairy is part of it, whether it's cheese, yogurt, milk, or other things. I'm a Parmesan cheese fanatic. It's just choosing the right kind of dairy in your life and the highest quality. Many of our problems out there with lactose intolerance or IBS or just tummy issues in general with milk is the way that our milk is treated and the way industrialized milk is made, stripped of how the cows are treated, what they're eating, what they're being injected with. So it's all about choosing, like any food, the right kind and the right quality, the highest quality, and to pinch your pennies a little bit in other areas and put it towards foods that will actually make your health optimal and the best possible for you, for your baby, and for your children when they start growing. Um, so, what I choose in regards to dairy is whole milk, and I mean whole fat. Do not be afraid of fat. What you need to be gravitating for towards are traditional fats. Traditional fats include dairy. We've had it in our lives. Some say even 30,000 years we've had it, dairy as a part of our life, more likely around the 10,000, year ago mark. And it's been in recipes for over 5,000 years. So it's been a part of us. And until recently, when, industrialization and the world of big dairy has taken over, and the overproduction of milk to accommodate this overproducing population, things just have been done to our milk that just aren't good for us. And our systems can't handle it. Our systems are like, get this out of me. I don't like you. I'm going to attack it. My body's going to attack itself because I don't like what has been taken out, what I'm not used to, what the human body, should be having. And then there's other things that are added in for flavor or texture or, um, coloring that our bodies just, it's too foreign for us. So, that's why we're having so many problems. Um, I also choose grass fed dairy. I don't, do any, just anything from an animal that is fed corn or grains and things that they have never, been eating in the past. Cows are supposed to eat grass. They've been, for millions of years since cows have been on the planet, and until recently, to accommodate and to, just feed and keep up with the population of the cows and the production of milk and meat. We've just been giving them feed that their bodies aren't used to, and things are happening inside of their stomachs, and in turn that affects the milk that comes out of them. Think of a breastfeeding woman, and we say how important it is to ingest what you eat, because that is going to your child. So the same thing with the cows or the goats or whatever type of dairy you choose to have in your life. Grass-fed milk contains the most omega 3s, vitamin A, D, and CLA, which is a rare anti-cancer fat. Fat is so important in regards to feeding your child, for its brain, for its body in general. So fat is just such an amazing source of energy as well. It's our natural source of energy. We need that fat in us, and you're not drinking 3 gallons of whole milk a day. My daughter has about 5 ounces in the morning when she wakes up, a little comfort zone for her there, as well as at night. And then I, do feed her cheese, cottage cheese, grass fed, yogurt, full fat yogurt as well. And so it is part of her life as well as a part of mine. I also choose organic milk, so I don't have those nasty milk boosting hormones like RBGH. I also choose low heat pasteurization, which is also called batch pasteurization. If you want no pasteurization, that is raw milk. And I'm not an expert in raw milk. I don't drink it, not because of anything bad. I'm just not real well educated on it. And, you do have to find a good source, for that if that's something that you choose. That is your purest form of milk. So you wonder, pasteurization, speaking of that, what pasteurization does is, high heat pasteurization is used in most industrialized milk, actually all. It's called UHT, and it inactivates the enzymes that are needed to absorb lipase, which we use to digest fats, lactase, which we use to digest lactose, and phosphatase, which we need to absorb calcium. So if phosphatase dwindles, there is less available calcium, which is so important, especially for your growing baby and for yourself in that second trimester when the bones are growing. So, in the world of lactose intolerance, if lactase is being dwindled down and we're not able to digest the lactose, ding, 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 that's the lactose intolerant factor that we're having with industrialized milk. My child has no issues with digesting milk. The milk we use is Kalona Supernatural, and I've actually, recommended that to a few of my friends whose in toddlers were having problems with milks, stomach aches, diarrhea, things like that. They went on the Kelowna Supernatural, no problems whatsoever. So that's their story. So they wanted milk a part of their life, and that's how they did it. So heat also damages the much needed omega 3 fatty acids. It also damages immune boosting factors in milk, including antibodies. And then, in regards to the world of organic milk, high level hormone milk can actually affect cancer proliferation. So, if you have anyone in your life, including yourself, being affected by cancer, this is something to think about. Industrialized organic milk, minus the grass fed, minus, the low heat pasteurization, is a good step forward. But the best truly is local, grass fed, organic milk, full fat. There is, just some wonderful options out there. You just have to do a little bit of research and searching. Um, as far as, shopping goes, I shop at my local health food store. I also use Irvin Shelley's Fresh Picks, which is an online delivery service in the Chicagoland area. They have wonderful grass-fed, organic, full-fat dairy options. If you choose, again, not to have dairy in your life, that's okay. You can supplement. Your children can have, calcium and other nutrients in other ways. You just want to make sure you up that protein for them, especially in the infant toddler world, and up that fat to get those omega 3s, because a lot of the milk substitutes out there, like coconut milk and almond milk, not only do they have added, ingredients, and it is a processed food, but you're missing, the high levels of protein and fat that full fat dairy has. So that is it in the world of dairy. Again, choose to have it, choose to not. But if you do, just choose the right kind. And it is out there. You just have to do your homework. Use me as an example. Ask me, where do I find this? Where do I find that? And ask me how I can help you. There are many ways. You can go on my website and check me out at www.our-first-steps.com to learn more about the ways that I can help you. I do one-on-one coaching. I do group classes, webinars. I do these videos, obviously, and I also do a lot of writing and blogging. So find a way that you can, connect with me to educate and empower yourself to better your health and your babies. And your toddlers, as I have one myself. So have a great day. Thanks for connecting with me, and I'll see you next time.